forgot to start it on the classic song. And you can probably hear my siblings in the background, okay. First up, very beginning, because I don't want to get somehow copyright strikes, because I've heard, stuff's happened. It's happened to me before. I do not own that. Whoa, that is weird. Yeah, so I got a new, goodness, that is not, oh my god, that was quick. Goodness, hello, Echo. Before I get started, I'm gonna, fix this somehow. I'm not worried about that, even if, yeah, I'll just, the way, for the username and the way you this, nobody else says hello, mate. Not nobody that I know. Oh my god, that is... I need to find a way to extend that without, being weird. That's gonna be later, I don't know. I had it on my previous computer perfectly okay. Got rid of the giant black bar on the sides. So there's not... Goodness. Don't know if there's an exact good way to start. I was also gonna... I didn't even have any time to set up. This is the classic music that started every single work stream that I've done. Just Honestly, I am very, see this big textbook here, very, very thick, very bulky. That is my AP World History textbook. I am behind a chapter, which, as you can imagine, would not be the best thing to do. For real. Oh my god. Hey, by the way, you might actually be one of my friends from school who likes to hop on these often when he knows that I'm gonna be there. His name is Nathan Schultz. I will. He spans lots of. Okay. Hey, hold up. Goodness. Maybe that's better. My OCD's getting to me. Get on 20, dang it. It won't go on anything. Are you seeing this? It's not going on 20. Please. Properties. No. It's gotta be in here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Perfection. Anyways. Now that we have that over with. Surprisingly, no, it is not. Let me just, see if that makes an effect. Ta-da! Oh my god, it's sunlight. But yeah. The thing is, I kind of don't like staring into the sun when I, do my work, so... yeah. Yeah, I would prefer to be able to read without having to look away every few minutes just because my eyes are hurting. Last year I managed to find the same book that I was using for AP World History online, which made things super convenient. This year I'm not as lucky. I mean, I have found this. This is the book I'm using. Thing is, it is unavailable to borrow. This one is available to borrow. Not many people use it. It's not the exact same. However, it has the same text. It's just different pages sometimes. And because it's easier for me to annotate and show on screen here, it's better to be just doing this on the website anyways. But oh my goodness, I'm also probably gonna have to boot up my old note-taking strategy. I didn't really rely on the notes that much, because usually just writing them down is a good way to help remember. And I'm now realizing that this is not an ideal arrangement. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Actually, as a matter of fact, my layout is different on here. It did not sync all the way, which is kind of annoying. big on the side panel here, just because it is relatively, there's, it's just more compact. Yeah, I have asthma. It's goodness. Yeah, I just have asthma, and I shouldn't be talking too much, but honestly, it's just like it's another page in the book for me. It doesn't really matter to me all that much. And it's not like it will cause like anything permanent. It's just a mild inconvenience for me. Goodness. I will warn that's the season where I usually do wind up getting out of school because I'm coughing too much or I get sick. That is coming up. Last school year I missed a total of 60 days, which is actually insane. Like 60 days where I was not there on time, where I did not have 60 full days. Anyways, yeah, I guess just to flip the discussion a little bit. I'm waiting for this to load. That usually flip, darn it. What goofy guy? Oh. I don't know. I didn't get there yet. This is not the page. It's not the page I'm trying to be on. That's the page I'm trying to be on, right there. Oh, goodness. This is gonna be fun. I am hearing loud computer noises coming from the other room. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I didn't think so. Looks like a lot of my other stuff from last year's also gone. Oh, never mind. It just, okay, wow, abracadabra. Goodness. Okay. Trying to think where I was going with this. I will be borrowing from the structure I had with the AP US History book. Because that went well. I scored a 4 on the exam, and I think my mother just got home. I do not know how long I'm going to be able to keep this up. Okay. Yeah, so one reason for the work stream is documentary. If I do get interrupted at any time, I'm going to log the exact time it happened. So, yeah, I know Mom's home. But yeah, this is the second week of school. Awesome. Brief overview. Do I even need to put an overview? Oh. Let's see what my, whoa, that's new. I never added that. Never mind, I did. I'm just going clinically insane. Okay. So I think I'm now realizing that this structure is not going to work for this textbook. Because this was an AP edition. So just to show you how different it is, you go to AMSCO here, compare these two. This is what a new chapter looks like there. this is what a new chapter looks like here. Very, very different. Actually, no, that's my bad. I need to get to the very beginning just to show you, because that was slight misinformation. There we go, that's what the... I wonder if you can hear that. I will... You know what, for my own safety, I'm just gonna... But yeah, the same note-taking structure is gonna have to be different for my AP World textbook. But it shouldn't be something I can't manage. Yeah. Okay, now let's see. Let's play the game of how long am I able... Or how long does it take for me to focus before I lose it? Okay. So, actually, hold on, so my teacher actually breaks it up into different units than what AP wants us. AP wants us to do this in 9 units. My AP World History teacher is teaching this in 4. Thing is, those 4 units are pretty bulky. So, I'm actually gonna pull up Schoology, head to AP World, see this is the exact time frame, and then I believe it was also, yeah, it was mainly focused on geography and trade. I'm not gonna bother with anything too complicated yet, because I'm not into the rhythm of AP at the moment, since it just started, like, the school year. I'm not even 2 full weeks in. Okay, 5:11. That's first time. I'm doing... how long was that interruption? That was from 5:11 to 5:18. That says a lot, so you know what, let me just... No. No, give me the manager. Thank you. Here. Marker. I'm adding that. Just so I can show, because my teachers are actually very good. Yeah, it's not that long, but here, let me just explain real quick again. I have to be quiet, because they're in the next room. But it takes me a while to focus, and it's very easy to lose that focus. Much less have an idea of where I was going. Believe... Oh yeah. Just gonna say for the first... This is the first unit. And the first topic he's talking about is... No, it's not just that. You know what? I will actually split that up. I'm gonna split things up into what he talked about. These are the main three things he's discussed in class so far. Now I'm gonna go back here and do the very exciting task of reading. Goodness. I forgot how awkward zooming in was here. Just making a few mental notes. Oh, I can feel my old mindset starting to kick back in. Here, not many people tend to pay attention in my class. Like, usually, now this is something that this has in common with the AMSCO book. They have lots and lots of historical documents just thrown at you, sort of at the beginning of each text, or each chapter, each topic. For example, here's a quote from Harry Truman, which can tell you, even though it's just a quote, it can tell you lots of things about what they're aiming to steer you towards, or what they're aiming to teach you about. So here... Oh yeah. I wound up I had to carry a group project last year, with AP US History, and it's on one of my streams. It had to be broken up over 2 streams on YouTube when it was published, because that's how long it was. It took 16 hours. I was working for 16 hours. Woo, that's wild, right? Although, it did sort of... yeah, it did sort of help me develop a few skills, if I can find a better way to put it. Anyways, back to this, like I was saying, these are very small where they seem small, but they can be quite helpful. So, already, it's saying it shows Group of musicians running on a camel along the I don't even have to read all this. Now, what I find interesting here is that most of these guys are, you know, Asian. They're also spreading music, which is ideas, culture, feelings. Camels, I'm pretty sure, are not native to China. They were, I'm pretty sure, used mainly by Indians originally to cross the deserts. If I wasn't mistaken, I don't know. I might have to do a little bit of research on that. Just fact checked it. So this yes, India. So hold up, let me pull up a map. Let's say not the, fine. No. Robinson projection. There we go. I'm also probably gonna have to add that. Need it labeled. Here we go. I don't want a giant watermark. World political. No. No, thank you. Can I please just get a good map? Wait a minute. I do have a good map. There we go. Now this mainly shows empires here, but you can it's very clear here, actually. Ugh, if I can like label effectively, because I'm still not the best in geography. But goodness. Yeah, I think before I skip ahead, I should probably read things first. But it's literally... Goodness, I almost forgot. Oh yeah, it seems like they're really trying to emphasize culture. But I guess moving on. What do these say? Are you serious right now? Is that a bot? Wait. You do the honors. You do the honors. I thought I got rid of this. You know what? No, it's just the beginning. It's fine. Pretty sure it's just you click on the link. If not, just ban username. I'm sort of sad that they did not cite when or where this quote came from. kind of just stole this poor guy's quote. I wouldn't be surprised if you can hear my sister or siblings or family in the background. Hey, you did it. Who's Nyan Shanda? I keep checking just to see for myself if the clicking can be picked up on there. Do you hear my family in the background? Like, are they audible? I'm not saying it because I'm worried if it's bothering you. Can you hear my family in the background? Like siblings and whatnot? Okay. Holy crap, this is... I'm worried what happens if I do this. I'm not gonna risk it. Because normally more people use the 5G network, so it's stressed more. And is usually slower. Okay. You know what, that is a fair point. I would move this closer, but that's the only mic I have. Hello, Nathan. Meet Echo. Yeah, I'm here doing this because I'm behind a chapter. I will actually probably be helping Nathan later with AP Pre-Calc. I don't know if on here or not. Yeah, he did not get sleep last night. No, wait. Oh shoot, I forgot. Doesn't matter, it's his time. Different products. Goodness. So, literally, I'm guessing this entire chapter is just about trade, and literally every single impact it had. So, I'm gonna take a wild guess here. Gold, spices, technology, disease, and ideas. Just a wild guess here. Those are gonna be the big things. Gold, spices. Golden spices are going to be talked about less. Maybe Africa will be mentioned because they traded lots of gold for salt. But I guess we'll see. I feel silly. They literally just mentioned that. Here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on. That. Yeah, this is gonna be a relatively boring stream. Yeah. Started talking with more of an inside voice and I coughed a lot less. Oh god, I began skimming through it. Yeah, but because my asthma is more like chronic, the inhaler was never really save your life kind of deal. It was more like stop coughing every 2 seconds type deal. Oh yeah. This is something that was emphasized, mainly because of religion and whatnot. I'll talk more about it once we get later on into here. But, it's not super important for me, at least, at the moment, unless you really need to know yourself. Just because it's already a topic that I know a decent amount about. Let's see. Silk industry. When I was working for 16 hours straight, I knew I was gonna be in there for a long ride. So after like the first song, because I have to let the first song play, that's always the classic. Just Terraria Calamity music. I turned on a looped Path of Pain. Like the Path of Pain soundtrack. I feel you. And that's exactly why I had to play it in the background of the 16-hour-long work session. Mind you, at the very end of that work session, I had to chase my dogs through the field barefoot because one of them ran away because they saw a deer. And it was like muddy too. I had to like track them down by like looking for their paw prints. It was like crazy. mouse real quick, just so I can see on the stream how bad the delay is. That's bad. It has not moved yet. It just moved. That is a horrible delay. Okay. Well, I know they changed politics. I think yeah, but thankfully there's no reason to predict the other person. Yes, it's called the Silk Road for a reason. Can you hear that in the background? I would just like to let you know there has been noise going outside of the room non-stop. Yeah, you can hear it. This isn't super important, but it's kind of funny to think about. This right here. Imagine being like one of the people who bought one of those robes. And you're like, yo, check it out. Isn't this nice? And they said, yeah, but I didn't know you were Islam. And then the guy's like, what? No. I'm not. I am actually Hindi. And then the other person's like, well, you have passages of the Quran written on your clothing. And then the guy's probably like, oh, dang. Anyways, not that that was super important. Shoot. I need to be able to answer these. to say, because we have to. Yeah. I'm gonna have to say that this is just because it was, one, it had like such a low supply. Well, no, that's just overall value. They're asking for why people wanted it. So I guess it was just the fact that, man. I'm trying to think. Oh, wait. No, but that's only in the Tang Dynasty. Oh. You know, this is really funny. This is kind of hilarious if you think about it. The reason why silk was valuable and highly desired is because it was the equivalent of an internet trend. Just back in the back in the first 1,000 years of history, like after Christ. Isn't that wacky? Literally, people just wanted it just so that they could say they could have it, kind of like Rolexes nowadays. And then here, as you can see, there's... Yeah, and it's not just trends that are comedy behavior, it's also humor. One time, like on a cliff, like at the very top of a cliff, archaeologists found a painting, or a series of paintings or symbols that someone wrote, and it turned out literally all that it said was, "This is very high." I'm not gonna answer some of these if I already know. Consequences. Consequences doesn't always mean negative, but I'm not gonna dwell on it too much right now. I can't really focus the best. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can actually see exactly when the thing pops up. Like when you say it, I get it immediately on my end, but that does not go back to you for like a while. Whoa. Wait. Where did we go from? They just... Okay, they didn't even lead up to it. They sort of just said one sentence after explaining economic impacts and immediately went to Buddhism. Yeah. Oh, wild.
supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do, and again, it's not gonna take forever from 2:30 to the next day.
Second marking. No. Listen, it's for documentary. It's documentation. But, as you can see, that is, in fact, what I put up with. Matter of fact, let me pull out real quick what the syllabus says. I feel like she also needs to understand that her son is not the quickest when it comes to certain things. Goodness. That's the DBQ. I'm looking for the syllabus. You know what, if I can't find the syllabus, then what I'm just gonna do, I'll pull it up on Schoology for you. He said the studying alone should be enough. It should take like 2 hours every day. That's literally what the syllabus says. If the syllabus doesn't say it, then my teacher will say it. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm just gonna have to quote my teacher on that. Whatever, I get to show him this later, so... Shoot. Yeah, there's a small issue. Like I said, I am not the quickest individual. It takes a while for me to get oh, yeah, they are. Goodness. Oh yeah, I just kind of realized I need to get back into focus. Still very hard to do that because I get caught up on things, or I stay caught up on things for a bit. It's not you. So some of the so with the way AP works, they don't really care about how small some details are. They might just put them in if they were something that's you really, or they thought you really needed to know, which is reasonable. But the thing is, in the textbook, they might vaguely mention it in a singular sentence. Like, let me see if I can find. I'm looking for it. So there's Buddhist texts, there's Buddhist monks and whatnot. On the quiz, there was a multiple choice that I got wrong because I did not know there were missionaries. For some reason, it didn't pick up on me that the textbook implied this, but... Hi, Kenji.
I'm gonna...
You're gonna...
Oh, you're running. Oh.
I'm trying to figure stuff out. I'm sorry.
Do I have to play in the living room? Or
Is it because Mom's yelling at everyone? Yeah, it's Kenji. It's... Echo said, what's up?
Hello.
Crap, I lost where I was going with that. Yeah, the quiz mentions something that I wound up actually getting wrong because it was... seems like there's just small implied details hidden in the text. Maybe they say it later, but I can't seem to... like, it just immediately transitions to disease. Like, this entire section was culture and religion. So this is going to be the last that we see of Buddhism in the textbook, at least for this specific part. So that is why I'm trying not to skim over things and look at the quote-unquote maiden topics, because there are small details that I will get lots of points docked for, which happened way too much in early AP US History last year. Okay.
Oh, frick, the keyboard. Like doing this isn't...
Alright, dude, you have a good one. Thanks. Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch my playlist.
Okay, Kenji. Echo said bye. Kenji? Okay. I just said Echo said bye. Man. that, and now I have to water the plants. Okay. back. It's just being hot right now. This is fun.